I just heard the news about Arkansas City. It's not fair that we have to worry about getting shot.
I pray to God, man.
This awful country is just chasing the violence it creates.
I'm having a crisis.
We're fighting for our lives here.
Is that sincere? Are you actually crying?
That's a good question. Last night, I started DMing with a guy that commented, "Are you lonely?"
That's why I want to kill everyone. Want to see what I'm gonna do.
Guys, he needs a friend. I could stop a school shooting. Solomon? How's it going?
Yeah, good. And you? Nice to see you again, Jaeden.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah, Asa, thank you so much. And nice to meet you. Thank you so much for your time.
Nice to meet you.
And a pleasure. And oh my God, what an intense movie, but very necessary. It's very, sometimes people don't want to talk about these
Absolutely.
issues. So I'm gonna start with you, Jaeden. What was about the script and that made you decide to do the movie? And you are also producing, right?
Yeah. But, fake producing. I mean, I was just spending on it so long that they're like, might as well make him a producer. I didn't really do anything. But, with a script like this, it's it's not shoving a meaning down your throat. So it's sort of up to interpretation. I read it. I thought it was awesome. And I really wanted to play this guy. What an awesome guy to have the opportunity to play, because he's so strange, and you're always looking for somewhat of a challenge when you're acting. And then it really comes down to the guys. I was like, but the guys need to know what they're talking about. What's their names? Oscar and Ricky. Oscar, the director, and Ricky Camilleri, who's the writer. And I just needed to hop on the phone with them to sort of gauge that they mean what they say, and that there's some kind of there's some real purpose behind it. Because you can make a movie and your heart can be in it. You can do a thing for clicks, and then it would be sort of against the whole point of it. But this was true for them. They're trying to figure something out, and they're trying to make a movie that matters. And I got on with them, and I think there's an important story to tell.
Yes, it is. What was like the biggest challenge for you in your character? You know what I mean? Because it's very don't know what to do sometimes. So
I think for me it was playing a character who is on the surface so hard to be around and is so kind of jarring and rude and crass and sort of in your face. How do you get an audience to root for this character, and how do you get an audience to feel for his circumstance and his his really unlucky lot in life? And that was in part with the script that we had, and the story we were telling, but then just working with Oscar and finding Solomon's heart really underneath all of this kind of mania and anger and loneliness and frustration.
yes, and Jaeden, what was like your like the scene that was more challenge for you? Were you crying, like recording? I was like, oh my God, what is he doing?
Well, that was hard sometimes. There's a lot that was hard on this, I'll tell you. I don't even want to get into it. Make me cry in real life. There's some stuff where this I was trying to figure out how real to be or something. You just run out of I mean, the whole thing's on 10, kind of. He's at such a weird place in his life where he's like pushing it so hard. You know, when you're trying to figure yourself out, you're usually in the background. You're usually scrolling or in the back of the classroom watching everyone else trying to figure it out, trying to piece it together. And then you make little moves to see if people like you or not. But this is the moment where he's breaking, and he is probably having some kind of manic episode, and he is really pushing it in every direction. He's flying out to see this guy. He's texting this guy, and there's like the motivation is this girl, but he's like, if I can't get this, then I'm totally lost. It's like, so kind of every moment for him was on 10 of him trying to figure out what his function is in this world, and that was a lot. It was kind of exhausting. Like get yourself together, man. Get a grip. It's not that hard. Just kind of being mad at him and that I have to beat him all the time for that time.
Then for you, Asa, what was like the most challenge part?
Yeah, I mean, I sort of spoke on this before. Is his sort of the balance of what you see on the surface versus what's going on for him inside. You know, and then there's the obvious things like finding a voice and a kind of physicality for this guy coming from Texas, making it feel really authentic. I think there are a lot of movies set in the south of the US, and it's very easy to kind of push that into a bit of a caricature, both with accent and kind of the character as a whole, and that's really what we didn't want to do. And we wanted someone who was very believable for a young man who's grown up on the internet in a modern city in East Texas. And
That's the time, guys, that I have to see you both.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think we're breaking. Thank you so much for your time. Yes. Thank you so much for your time. My pleasure to see you again, and I'll see you on the next one.
Thanks,
Appreciate you. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey. What's up, Jana?
Hey, Oscar and Rick.
Hi.
Thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you both. Oh my God, I was like, oh, it's funny because the Oscars, the short movie was about the empty rooms, about the shootings. And now you guys are just releasing like a movie that talks about the other side of the story, you know, not the other side of the story, but the way they handle, how this inspiration, how this story came about for you, Rick?
Well, there are a few things, and but I think that one that we would probably have in common with the documentary short winner there is just that there are issues in this country that nobody wants to talk about, and it's important that we talk about them however we talk about them, right?
Yeah, I also think one of the things that we might share with all the empty rooms is that to me, it feels like a lot of the movies that come out that are around this topic, mass shootings, school shootings, whether they're documentaries or fiction, are about like a community that learns how to heal in the aftermath. And, you know, one of the things that Oscar and I feel about these tragic incidents is that no one should have to learn how to heal after an incident like this. They shouldn't actually be happening. So we shouldn't be teaching people that they can find hope in the aftermath. And so I think there is a kind of a confrontation with the hopelessness of the tragedy that I think maybe both of our films are interested in.
I really like the movie. I have a teenager at home, and then we are very cautious about like what he's seeing on social media. Try to help him not be isolated all the time. You know what I mean? Sometimes the kids are staying in the room all the time by themselves, and I think Jaeden's character shows that, like especially when the parents don't care about it. So I love that dynamic. What was like the challenges that you guys had to put together in getting the actors to, if you have challenged to get an actor to attached to the project?
Well, the challenge is not the actors, because actors, at least the kinds that we love, and I bet you love too, are interested in the challenge, the material, the character, finding their way in, finding an opportunity to challenge themselves as artists and take some risks. So when they see an opportunity to do that, again, the ones that we like working with, it's not hard to convince them to do that. And that's when you know you found your actor, is when Jaeden is excited about playing this character, when Asa is excited about playing this character, instead of, I mean, of course you can be a little nervous, but instead of resistant to the idea of taking a risk, right? The actors were really not the problem, and that's why we have such a great cast. The hard part was convincing the investors and the kinds of people who tend to size up a script and reduce it to numbers and information and deny the idea that someone could have an emotional experience when watching the movie, deny the idea that it could actually be something different than whatever, I don't know, your intern tells you it's going to be.
Yeah, we had a few people early on when we were trying to get the movie off the ground who said, if you turn this into a horror script, we'd be more likely to finance it. And that to us always felt like a disrespect to the subject matter. Turning that subject matter into a very clear thriller or horror script felt like we would be exploiting the tragedies even more.
Yeah, and Oscar, this is your future debut. Congratulations.
As director.
As director, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I love Uncle James, by the way. And what was like for you, like to change, like wearing a different hat in the production?
It was wonderful. I mean, I wish that, it was tremendous. I had the best time. I have a renewed respect for the work of a director. I think anyone who directs their first movie who's not just taking an assignment is a producer as well. You have to be. There's nobody who's going to want it more than you. So you have to be both. You have to put on both hats in order to fight for the movie and get it made. And I think I really feel lucky to have had all the producing experience, because that meant that I could set myself up as director for success and not disappointment, and be realistic about what a producer can do for me as a director versus expecting them to do more than they really could. But it was the best experience of my life. I felt more alive than ever every day, and incredibly fortunate to be working with collaborators who were as excited about it as I was and who wanted it to be good as much as I did.
Yeah, it was great. I think the final film, the final product, it's amazing. I love it. Thank you so much. That's the time that I have. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope everybody enjoyed the movie like I did. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Jana.
Thanks
Bye.
so much.
Bye.
If you like to support or continue to support Jana on Camera, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the videos.